Yo, yo. Yo, yo. My Cintiq died last night, so I'm using an iPad now. Ready. Things aren't working. Hey, Cruff. Welcome back. Got in here quick. All right, here we go. iPad. So I got the iPad on screen here. Running Clip Studio there. Rebooted my computer last night. Cintiq. Went to sleep, tried to wake back up, never woke back up. No problems. And right before Christmas, so I'll be lucky if I can get any work done on it to repair it. But I'm going to try it tomorrow and see. In the meantime, using the iPad. It's like a mini. I hate the small of this screen compared to the Cintiq. But keep chugging. too. It's a little different where everything's at. Okay, let's glue this one too. Woohoo! What's up, goblins and gunslingers? Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, here. This is kind of what we're working on. Page 4 of my comic. These thugs are chasing Hey, Shocula. I don't know. I was rebooting the computer last night, and when the computer reboots, it puts the Cintiq to sleep for a few seconds and then wakes it back up. But it never woke back up. So, hopefully it's just a power adapter issue. I have to go tomorrow, see if I can figure it out. I got like one day before Christmas, then nothing's gonna happen the rest of the week, so hoping it's that simple. Goblins and Gunslingers. This is a comic book I'm working on called Punish. And on Instagram, if you go to Punish Comic, is where you can kind of track it as I go. I'm gonna try to live stream most of it, but it's a oh, well, let's turn that down. There we go. That better? Actually, I'm gonna change it up too. I'm gonna get some ambient background here. There we go. I'll probably fade in here. But yeah, it's a vigilante revenge comic. Sort of an homage to the Punisher, I guess you could say. Actually, hopefully it's not too quiet now. I have a different audio going through my headphones because I'm listening to the DJ set, but didn't want a completely silent stream. I usually have my music playing with this, but since the Cintiq's broken, I'm running off the iPad, and I use StreamYard, and it just will not let me stream music through it unless I actually load looping ambient sounds and stuff into it, so I have to deal with that for now. Yeah, Clip Studio on the iPad, which I'm getting used to because I've only been doing it today. So it's pretty much the same, but little differences here and there where things are at and stuff. Getting frustrated with this guy. He's supposed to be looking at him like, yeah, dude, whatever. Because he was shooting at him with the gun on the back, the previous page, and wasn't doing any good, so he's gonna be like, yeah, right, what, dude, whatever. And he's like, no, dude, I got a bazooka, this'll do it. And then he's like, hells yeah. But it's a real subtle expression, so it's hard to get, because the guy's facial shape is weird, too. Yeah, right, Chuck? What were you saying happened to you too, goblins and gunslingers? I missed that originally. Your Cintiq died too, maybe? And yeah, Shocula, it's like the worst timing in the world, like 2 days before Christmas Eve. It's like... And this is the holiday break when I was just gonna crank on the comic, so... We'll see. Your Cintiq's off and on? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll buy a Cintiq again after this. It's really expensive, and when I first got it too, like 6 months after I got it, it all of a sudden got yeah, I might get a Huion next time actually. Here, let me, oops. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I might get that next, but I've had this one for like 5 years. It should get another few years out of it for what I paid for it. But yeah, but when I first got it, I had to send it actually to Wacom to repair it because it was getting it had like screen burn on it. Like it totally took like a website and like burned it into the screen after it was only on for like an hour or something. It's like you shouldn't be getting screen burn on a Cintiq, especially nowadays. And so I sent that in. Yeah, I was under warranty when I first sent it in. They paid for it all. Took about 3 weeks to ship it there and get it back, which sucked waiting, but at least they paid for it all. And I got it back and the thing wouldn't turn on. So I had to send it back a second time. So the whole thing ended up taking like 2 months. It's ridiculous. And now I've had it about 5 years. It's not under warranty anymore, so it'd be incredibly expensive to send to them if they would even fix it. So, but there's some local electronics repair shops that repair tablets and stuff, and I'm hoping they can kind of give it a look. There's including a Mac store that sells Wacom products that repairs computers, so I'm hoping they can do it. But we shall see. I'm going to run down tomorrow morning and see. I don't think this expression matches this character, because he's supposed to be sort of a more serious, like, kind of goth, like, less expression guy. Yeah, I have a couple friends who have Huions too, and they're actually pretty good, I think. It's probably the biggest contender, and like less than half the price of a Cintiq, I think. But yeah, this guy's supposed to be like, he's not as hyper as the other two thugs in this car with him. These are three thugs that are chasing a dude in a car, trying to shoot him off the road through downtown LA. But this guy's sort of based on the I think it was the second Crow movie. Yeah, it's gonna be all black and white and no dialogue too. So it has a couple bits of text just for like the first page telling you where we're at, but that's it. And then sound effects too. But yeah, I want it to be all black and white. Here, I'll show you. Oh no, I can't open it there. I forgot I'm on the iPad. I can't just bring up the page, sorry. But yeah, on other streams, and if you go to the Instagram, you can see some of the previous pages. I'm only on the third full page. But yeah, this dude's supposed to be based on the second Crow movie, I think it was. The main bad guy was this, like, this tall, like, serious black dude with, like, wore, like, this, like, tight black suit and was, like, very, like, almost expressionless and serious. And I kind of wanted to be like him a little bit, because I always thought that guy was really cool. I think that'll be better, because he's not... I mean, he's going to get excited here, but that's supposed to be an unusual expression for him, so... Oh yeah, you've seen it, Shakila. Yeah, sorry. kind of meant more for Goblins and Gunslingers. I mixed up who was asking. But yeah, and I got your message too. I think I replied to you. Oh yeah, I did, because that cover to your comic was cool. I'm actually into that. I like that style. They did that reboot of Thundercats recently, which is drawn okay, but the style that you drew on that cover you sent me is actually something I sort of pictured would go really well with it for style. Wish they'd get something more like that. Or hire you. Hey. Oh yeah, lettering. Lettering's actually kind of fun, but I don't. I just. I was always a big fan of the old G.I. Joe comic too, that was all silent. I forget what number it was, but I've always loved that stuff. So I mean, I just want all my comics to be silent. Not all of them, but at least this one, because it's all about. It's all going to be action, gore, and craziness. Oh, you didn't draw it. You hired someone. Okay, cool. Well, good hire, because it's cool style. Yeah, go Joe. Yeah, I always loved that silent issue they had with like Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, and it was just really cool. So that's kind of one of because this guy basically say basically a few more times. He was much like the Punisher. He has his little daughter who he was walking down the street, and these thugs are in their car chasing some other guy from their gang, who they found out was a rat, you know. And they shoot him with the bazooka, and the bazooka's gonna explode the car, and it's gonna run into Frank Barrister, and Barrister is the British way of saying castle. So, and his daughter, and it basically puts him in a coma for 3 months. And when he wakes up from the coma, he finds out his daughter died in the accident, and he just freaks out because his wife already died years before, and so his relationship with his daughter was huge. And now that she's just gone, he just freaks out and like runs out of the hospital. And he goes to basically, he finds out the thugs were acquitted too because they got money, and so they aren't getting justice. So he needs to give them his own type of justice. They need to be punished, and so he's gonna go hunt them down, the three of them, and extremely violently and gruesomely take them down. So it starts out a little mellow, but by the end of this comic, it's just going to be a one-shot. It's going to be extremely violent and sexual, and oh yeah, 21, 17. Okay, yeah, I could never remember the issue number. I don't. It's buried in a box somewhere too. I was looking for it the other day, but I actually funded that GI Joe omnibus Kickstarter they were doing. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like 4 huge volumes of all the GI Joe books, and it's coming with a special edition of that issue with a new cover they drew for it just for the Kickstarter. So I'm like, cool. Yeah. I don't even know how they're gonna ship that thing. It's so massive. Like the postman who has to deliver it is probably gonna murder me when he comes to drop it off. All right. So he wears a little choker here. It's not quite this buff. Of the Omnibus Cobra Commander Edition? Yeah, that's actually the one I got, the Cobra one, rather than Joe. Hey, Goblins and Gunslingers, thanks, dude. Thanks for hanging out. After Christmas, I'll be streaming a little more regularly, too, if the Cintiq gets fixed several nights a week, so come hang out, dude. I don't know how I'm going to fund this yet, Shocula. Yeah, thanks, Goblins and Gunslingers, appreciate it. I am not worrying about how I'm going to fund it right now. I'm just going to work on it and finish it. And then once it's done, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it then. So, because, I don't know, I've had a pretty crappy year. A lot of deaths around me and stuff, and just crappy stuff going on. And this is sort of a cathartic purging of negative feelings. That's why it's going to be so crazy and violent. It's like pouring out my inner thoughts. It's going to be all cathartic, onto the page. It'll be like rage drawing once it gets really violent. So, and, so whether it sells or not, I need to draw it. And then if nothing happens with it, that's fine. I still did it, and it still helped. Art therapy. Give him a V-neck, actually. Crowdfunding is something I've considered, though, Shocula. But that's probably why I want to live stream the creation of it a lot, too. Because, I haven't done this a lot. And I worked on a lot of big games and movies, but doing previs and stuff, and it's all kind of behind the scenes and no one knows about you, so I don't have like a audience or anything right now. So I'm hoping kind of sharing the creation of it, people see it and get interested in it and check it out and sort of hang out and watch it come to life, and then kind of get some interest in it before when I do decide to release it, however I end up doing it. Alright, that's better. Yeah, I like that, though. So I hope I didn't misunderstand when we were chatting the other night on the other stream. Are you drawing the interior too, or are you just writing it and having artists draw the whole thing? Thanks, dude. I'll probably send you one for free, like you and Rob and Nadius. We'll all be old friends by then. Or I'll charge you double. That's how it works. I charge my friends double. It's good. Writing, okay, cool. Well, it looks pretty interesting. I can't wait for the launch. See how it goes. Is this your first crowdfunding for it? I'm nervous about crowdfunding, though, that it just wouldn't get funded. Insecurities. It's so much work. That's not right. Okay, cool. Wow, even after printing, you're going to print it first. That's cool. I think if I crowdfunded mine, that's kind of the only thing I'd be crowdfunding it for, is the printing. I don't know if I'd want to print it first. But I don't know. We'll see. I might just go the Rob Norton route too, and just print it myself and go to conventions and see if I can sell it there in person. You know, see if people like it, want a copy. Man, I'm so struggling with the anatomy and stuff right now. I'll feel all janky from this new setup. It's like I'm using a whole new set of tools. It all just feels different, so it's hard to get warmed up and comfortable with it, to where it's becomes more of a stream of consciousness. So. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know a couple local shops that would carry it, possibly. House of Secrets is one I think might carry it, and they're a pretty well-known comic shop here in LA. But we'll see. This will be my first full comic I've done too. I've done a lot of character design and storyboards, but I've always wanted to do a full comic before I die, so that's part of the purpose of this too. And yeah, I don't know how it's gonna end up or how it'll look, so you know, it's hard to say what I'll do with it at the end, you know. That's why I want to do it. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get it fixed at some point. I'd be so stoked if I just go replace the power supply tomorrow and it starts working. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm praying. I'm not religious, but I'm praying right now that that'll work. Okay. Yeah, because otherwise I'll have to bring it to a repair shop, even local. It'll probably cost a few $100s, and it might take them like a week or so to fix it, which that'll be a week after Christmas, and probably even longer because of New Year's, and then my whole holiday break off work will be gone. All that time I meant to work on it, so. But yeah, this week I won't be doing much anyway, because I'm actually going to Florida for a few days on Christmas. Go to Disney World with my wife for a couple days. And then she goes back to work. And I'll come back here and draw. She's a flight attendant, so she's working a lot over the holidays. Yeah, the only reason I bought this new Cintiq, I have the Cintiq Pro 27-inch, is because I had the Cintiq 21-inch before that, and I had it for over 10 years, and it never had a single problem, and I beat the shit out of that thing. I used it so much. I mean, I would spend weeks and weeks with it, 14 hours a day with it running, you know? And it didn't get nearly as hot as this one, and it never had a single problem. The only reason I had to give it up is because if the screen was starting to fade, the colors weren't accurate anymore. Sorry, I'm looking for some reference here. For colors, and then even for black and white, it was just getting too dim. I had to have the brightness on full for it to look sort of normal, so. And then the driver stopped working. I had to use a sort of hacked driver for like 3 years that I found from the Wacom site that was like a 6-year-old driver that was working, but then once that stopped working, that was it. I tried like 50 different drivers and none of them would work, so I had to give it up, and that's when I got this one. And yeah, had those problems when I first got it, but then it's been working. But what the heck? Oh, but you know, for I don't know, I think it was like $2,500 or something. It should last more than, you know, barely 5 years for that. Yeah, I want to get these guys' expressions down. This one's okay, but even the subtle stuff, trying to use this as an opportunity to get a lot better at facial expressions and hands throughout. So, it's always been a weak spot, and at this point in my life, I shouldn't be struggling so much with those things. At least I feel like. I mean, you always will to a certain degree, but I look stoned. Yeah, I'm hoping the Cintiq gets fixed and I can get my setup how it's going. I was really on a roll. I want to take a couple days and just kind of stream all day drawn. See what happens. Subathon like Twitch gamer streamers. Nah, but I'll just like put on some music and just draw all day. So I'll be doing it anyway. Helps keep me focused sometimes. This guy has makeup on his face too, and these crazy tattoos. This guy's a little too big, his whole body, but I'll shrink it to match this guy once I get there, once he's done. This guy's got full-on Sex Pistols hairstyle, punk hairstyle. These guys are all kind of dressed like street punk is their style. Is that a club? What's that? So I'm not sure what you're asking there. Maybe I was rambling about something. Oh yeah. He's actually going to be driving. They're driving an Escalade, so his hand will be up here with the steering wheel. We got some dirt under there. And he's got his arm leaning on the window. I'm just kind of drawing through, but once it's done, they're all going to have sort of a dashboard across the front here driving. That's why this guy's a little too big. Oops. But I can shrink him down and see. Or maybe I'll enlarge this guy. And then the guy in the background, he's getting back in from the gun he was shooting. It's just like a machine gun, and then he's going to set it down and pick up this rocket launcher. There we go. That's a little better. It's crazy how just a little eyebrow lift can change a whole expression. But some of my favorite comic artists are really good at facial expressions, so if I want to do comics, I want to be like those guys, like Greg Capullo. Capullo. Alright, I think. A little bit bigger. And this guy could be slightly bigger. There we go. That feels better. Equaled out a little more. Because the dude on the left isn't some massive dude or anything. Actually, gonna move him over a little bit because I gotta make space for the background guy too. Same with this guy. Oops. the heck? It's supposed to be masking this out. What's going on? All right. Oh, there we go. There we go. Clean it up a little here so you can see what I'm doing. Brush sizes are so sensitive in this too. The adjuster. All right. Oh yeah, I didn't see the stream live, but I went back and skimmed through it, man. It was looking awesome. He's got some crazy textures going on in there too. It was super cool. I'll probably put it on another time when I'm drawn to and just kind of watch the whole thing. Because he was talking about some cool stuff. I want to hear everything he was talking about. Yeah, that page he was inking, I'm really curious what the what he's gonna do with the robot in the background. Wait there. Gotta make sure this guy stays kind of scrawny. He's starting to look thick. Yeah. Yeah, Rob couldn't wait to destroy him right away. He's in it literally like 2 panels, right? He's still traumatized from drawing Voltron, especially the vehicle Voltron in his own comic. So I'm getting a... Oh, I hate Windows 11. So stupid crap. Alright. Go. Right. Yeah, he does look like a Shogun warrior. That's right. It was my favorite too. I really liked it. I had a little miniature metal kind of die-cast version of it. Um, oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, it's finally getting in the groove a little bit, I think. So, but yeah, I had a little kind of mini die-cast version that didn't separate of the vehicle one when I was a kid, and I loved that thing because I saw the episode just at random one day. I used to watch Voltron all the time, but you know, it was always the regular cast, and it was just Saturday morning cartoons. You never knew which one they were showing and what order. And then just one day, all of a sudden, they had the vehicle one, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, "This is freaking cool, man!" And I only saw it once until I was like an adult, but it stuck with me, and I got that toy. Loved it. Oh, you had the little diecast one too? Cool. God, I should look on eBay and see if I can find one of those. Wonder how if they're super expensive. It would be so nostalgic and cool. Because it started making me feel that way once. Because I just recently got Rob's collection of all his books last week and was looking at that, and it was just making me feel nostalgic for it. Yeah, Voltron was on so often, actually. Thundercats and Voltron were on really often when I was a kid, which was great. And Silverhawks. loved Silverhawks. Silverhawks! Yeah. Silverhawks were so cool. I was listening to their theme song in the car driving to work last week. Wasn't quite as good though. It was someone remade it. It was on Spotify. I couldn't find the original. But still was fun. But nothing for me will ever beat the Mask theme song. And that was my favorite of all time. Oh yeah, I wonder, we're in the same age. I'm 50 now. Don't tell anyone. Hopefully no one hears that. This is private, right? So yeah, I guess it would have been early to mid 80s or when I was watching that stuff. You never liked Mask? Oh dude, I'm banning you right now. Ban. No, you like Silverhawks, so yeah. Okay, 55, yeah, so yeah, I was talking to another guy the other night. He was doing like a potential client of mine wanted me to draw some design stuff for him for a old 80s property he was going to relaunch, and he was actually, he's 52 and like almost 53, like just under 3 years older than me, and it's kind of crazy how much of a difference there is between the shows he watched growing up and the shows I watched growing up. Because a lot of those shows come and go so quick. He's still looking too buff. I need to look at some reference for this guy because he is tough. Like for because right now I'm just trying to wing it with the anatomy, but what's up, Nadius? I am an attender of bear bars. There's actually a gay leather bar in LA called the Eagle. Well, I think every major city has an Eagle. It's always a big gay leather bar. And I've been there a few times with friends, and they really like big bear guys there, so I'm always very popular there. I wish the same would happen for girls, though. I mean, I personally am pretty open to that degree as far as my preferences. I'm pretty much don't have preferences. I'm open to anything. but man, it would be flattering if the girls were fawning over me the way the guys do. Because guys are easy. So. Yeah. No way, man. I'm a total asshole to him. I act like a totally hot diva chick. And I'm just like, "Ah, whatever, buy me a drink," and then I ditch him. Cold, bro. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm actually pretty chill with them. Alright, this... I'm not going to deal with trying to draw this gun right now. It's a bit complicated, so I'm just going to kind of rough it in. Just want to get the angle right. I think it can kind of be... You would think I'd well, I'm feeling Rob Liefeldy here. I'm forgetting some of the designs of my characters. Gotta refer back. I was gonna say, you'd think I'd remember the design of my characters, but, you know, even the pros forget or get lazy about it. This guy's got huge earrings, though. This guy's like all just pierced up. He's kind of nuts. It's kind of wild and crazy. This guy would not be popular to the bears. He's a little too scuzzy. But, you know, there's someone for everyone. He's got this little goofy little tuft of hair on the front here. A non-hairy bear. Well, a chub? I don't know. But not all hairy bears are chubby, too. It could be a muscle bear. It's actually a little shorter than this. This actually should be a little bit bigger, I think. Oh yeah, this guy has these horrible... He's got this little tuft of hair here. And, he's got a thing in his nose. And, oh yeah, he's got a tattoo here. Grab me piercing here. And he's got these horrible sideburns on the side that start here. He's bald except for just these nasty sideburns here that just go down this far. It's like a reverse mullet. He's got this tattoo that goes around. Oops. First I thought you were saying what's a non-binary bear called, but which... I'm sure there's some of those too. Alright, I think... I'm gonna move him over a bit. He's a little more centered between them. Yeah. I can kind of hide there. Ooh. Oh my god, I just hit Control Z on my keyboard over there, but it's not even with the iPad. Ugh. God dang it. Keeps like... Okay. Go. No, did you send it today? I don't remember seeing it. When did you send it? To go back. Or was it with your comic thing? I have your comic here. Actually, or not your comic. Dang it, hang on. Sorry, I'm scramble-brained right now. Mixing people and things up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember seeing that, so... But I'll go back and look, too. It might be in my history and I just missed it. Come on, that stupid thing. There we go. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll send you something. I'm gonna be heading out of town after tomorrow for a few days, till next Sunday, but I'm gonna be on some long flights on the plane, so maybe I'll sketch up just kind of a rough thing for him. There's not much to it, actually. Because he's not, you know, it's kind of like a year one version of him. Actually, if you go to, yeah, there's been some different versions of him too, but he mainly, because he just got out of the hospital, he goes back to his house and gets a bunch of tools to kill people with, and he puts on the bunny shirt his daughter gave him and sort of spray paints the bottom to make it like a skull. And then he, you know, puts on jeans and he shaves his hair into a mohawk and goes off to kill him. But yeah, I'll do a little sketch for you. Yeah, I mean, you can actually be kind of loose with it, because when I do little pinups of him and draw them too, they don't actually have to be completely accurate to like his current design too. It could almost be like what he dresses like later, you know, down the line when he's a little more established. Which I always pictured him. If you go on the Instagram, there's a little bit of it. He's wearing the Punish shirt and he wears like pilot glasses. He has like a bandana on the mohawk. And he just wears a really tight shirt that you know, shows off all the muscles and stuff, so it looks cool. And jeans with some pack, you know, he has like straps to it with weapons and stuff, like machetes and guns on his side. But yeah, I'll send you a couple references and you can be pretty loose with it overall. Because for this, he's just a regular dude wearing the shirt his daughter gave him, and nothing else is really specific. He just grabs what he can, heads right out the door to go kill the thugs as soon as possible. Yeah, yeah. I like the Thomas Jane one too. Um, I just like Thomas Jane. I thought he was a good Punisher too. I like him as an actor. Oh, what's that? My wife's texting me. Waifu, I'm live streaming. Leave me alone. No, just kidding. I'm live streaming. Come stare at my face. Yeah, definitely underrated. I mean, there's a lot of big actors in it too. um, but yeah, I really liked Thomas Jane in The Expanse too. Did you watch The Expanse? Love that show. Okay, I think this is working for now. I've been totally cheating with this guy's gun though, so this is about as far as I'm going to go with it, because I actually have a 3D model that I bring in, of the specific gun that I bring in to help me draw it. So, at least to kind of give me the rough outline, so I'll bring that in later. I'm gonna try to avoid that on the iPad if I can, because it struggles for memory. Yeah, let's see. So, working on this guy a bit. Be tough to keep this guy a model too. Like, he's very serious and serene, but he's gonna get all wide-eyed, so have more impact with his reaction to it. Like, hells yeah. More destruction. Because they're evil. Yeah. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chats here. Yeah, I think we talked about that on stream a bit too, I think, Nate. It's the Trekkie stuff. Yeah, I'm a big Next Generation guy. Punisher Warzone, you know, I didn't really like it. I really liked, who's that actor who played him? I forget his name. I mean, he's a huge actor, but he was an awesome Punisher, especially for the Punisher Warzone version. I just didn't like the movie itself, though. But I don't know. I might have to go revisit it, too. I've only watched it once. I tried, yeah. See, I tried, too, because I really like how that guy looked as the Punisher. So I really wanted to like it. I was expecting it to be my favorite, but I don't know. Just didn't stick. Gotta make this reference a little bit lighter. It's distracting. There we go. Yeah, Ray. Is it Ray Stevenson? Is that what it is? Yeah, oh, there it is. Right. I'm looking at the chats out of order. Yeah, Ray Stevenson. Yeah, he's cool as the Punisher. I never thought they'd be able to pull off Punisher good, though, because there's been so many kind of fails until... I really like the newest guy. Man, I am having brain farts left and right. Maybe it's because I've been concentrating so hard on iPad Clip Studio, but I know all these guys' names, and now I'm forgetting them all. The guy that plays the Punisher from the new Netflix series, the guy from Walking Dead. Yeah, Ray Stevenson, he did die. Yeah, John Barenthal, yeah. Shane from Walking Dead. Shane the Punisher. Yeah, Ray Stevenson, he did die, huh? Yeah, Barenthal, man, that dude, he's Punisher in real life, man. Like, he seems like a really sweet, nice dude, but if you cross him, he would literally be the Punisher. I think his natural reaction, I feel like. Sorry, texting the waifu again here. She's up in San Francisco, bored because she didn't get a flight, but she has to stay up there on call, so she's just in a hotel room, bored, nothing to do. Because she can't stay in a hotel that's cool either, because she's got to stay near the airport. She's up in San Bruno. And she, you know, in an area there's not much around. Oh yeah, he was Volstagg. Yeah, he was great. I loved the Warriors 3 and all those movies and all the casting. I wish they'd done more with them. And then they just got killed so fast in Thor 3. Carl Urban as Frank Castle could work too. Although, if it were ever going to take away from his Judge Dredd, I wouldn't want it to happen, because he is the penultimate Judge Dredd. No one will ever top him, I don't think. God, I hate that they didn't do any more with that. It could have been so good. Just do a freaking series or something with him, too. I just want more Carl Urban Judge Dredd. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm too old now. Yeah, I wish they would do another one. I'm still holding on. He could do that till he's, you know, till he gets pretty old. He could play that character. I really liked the girl in it too. The woman who was his psychic in it. She was really cool. I liked her character. And the actors too, I thought fit. Olivia Thirlby, yeah. Oh, was she in Juno? Oh man, I gotta go back and watch Juno, man. Different times, especially um, Elliot Page. Now, you know, to go back and see an old movie with him in it. Now known as Elliot. Judge Anderson, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch Juno again. That'll be a trip to see after seeing Dread and having that living in my head for so long. Quite working. Guess jaw's gotta be. This dude's jaw has a weird shape. It looked really cool in my original sketch of him, which I can't show here because of the iPad, but it's hard to replicate. But I want to because it's one of my favorite features of him. I think it's kind of an oversized jaw overall as part of it. But yeah, man, if they had a Judge Dredd and a Judge Anderson TV series, bring in Judge Death as the main bad guy, that could be freaking crazy. Speaking of which, I got this recently, if you can see it in my little tiny picture. 2000 AD. It's a called a Masterpiece Edition. It's basically like a smaller artist edition, but it's all the Brian Boland Judge Dredd stuff. It's freaking awesome. And not too expensive. Because it's the Masterpiece Edition. Alright, this guy's nose has to come out a little more too. Oh, there's a 2000 AD documentary? Oh, dude, I'm gonna go watch that. Oh man, time is flying. It's almost midnight already. I gotta wrap up about midnight because I have one more last day of work tomorrow. And then I'm off for a nice chunk of days. But at least I don't have to do my hellish commute of 45 miles each way. Work from home, but I do gotta wake up and be alert too. Yeah, I'm off till the 3rd myself, yeah. Stoked. So I'm gonna be going to Florida with my wife on Christmas Day. And we're just gonna go to Disney World for a couple days, and then I'll fly back, and then I'll just be home working on comics until the 3rd. Yeah, nice. I love that. I think mine ends up being close to that, too. Let's see, I think 13 days total. I mean, I could technically count this weekend, because tomorrow's going to be... Tomorrow morning, I have to go to work, and I have to actually... Well, plus I gotta deal with the Cintiq in the morning, but I gotta do some stuff first thing in the morning, first half of the day, but then I can just kind of chill the rest of the day and welcome in the holidays. Alright. Yeah, these guys are getting more fun to draw, though. Starting to get the hang of them. This guy's totally fun. Frickin'. He's like Junkrat from Overwatch. If anybody plays Overwatch. I didn't intentionally make him like that, but now that I've been drawing him, I think it was inadvertently hard influenced by Junkrat. I love Junkrat, so. Oh, nice. Damn, lucky. It's last Wednesday. But yeah, I wanna, when I get back, hopefully Cintiq gets up and running and get back to the original streaming setup. Maybe do another stream with Nadius too. That would be fun. It's something I wanted to do this weekend, but then I had the Cintiq problems, so wasted all my time dealing with that. This dude's funny. I'm gonna have fun having him fight these guys. The second half of the comic's gonna be so fun, but I don't want to jump the gun and go there. I mean, this stuff's fun to do too. Even there'll be a few pages of him getting the hospital, getting out and going home, and kind of being sad and stuff. Want to make it all cinematic and. But man, the second half when he goes to all the thugs are going to be in a compound like the first page, just having a party, doing drugs and hanging out with these babes. And he's going to go take out all the guards, getting into the compound. Then once he get in there, he'll be fighting. All the girls are going to help fight too, so there'll be a bunch of naked girls and these dudes fighting Frank. And it's just going to be crazy. But at one point, all three of these guys will be standing off against Frank at once, and that's going to be really fun to draw. Can't wait. Actually, I think I'm going to need to change this. There we go. drawing these the deltoids or something on their neck on all these guys. I keep drawing it huge. It makes them look all buff. But he's certainly not buff. His neck's gonna be all tense, as well as his shoulders just like tense, going, yeah. This is gonna need a little more. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was like, something looks off. Something off model. The gigantic ears. And all the piercings. I wish I could drag his rep on screen while I'm drawing him for you guys to see. Because he's cool to look at. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's also got a so I gotta tone down his neck because he has a smiley face right here on his neck. But yeah, I'll fix that later. His horrible sideburns. I don't know if you're still there too, Nadius. Just if you think of it, maybe shoot me a note through Instagram just to kind of remind me to do that character sheet from you, and I'll make a note to myself tomorrow. Because I don't know, I got ADHD brain a lot of the time, so I'll forget stuff even if I try hard to remember it. So, but I want to get that for you because that'd be cool. My first fan art. That'd be awesome. I want to take a break and draw a character from Rob's comic here too at some point. But I'm thinking I might try to do an analog too. Whew. All right. I think I gotta call it here for the night though. Gotta do a couple things and hit the hay. But yeah, here's where we got tonight. Not too bad. Finally got warmed up. It's feeling pretty good. Just gotta do the bazooka, and then this last page is gonna be fun. Just getting out the top of the vehicle with the rocket launcher. And then it goes to page of Frank walking with his daughter. We'll introduce him with his daughter. Pre-rage Frank. This cute little daughter. And I gotta learn to draw a young toddler too, which kids are not easy to draw, so. But oh, 3 a.m. Christ. East Coast. Save. Working on the iPad, I forget to save because I'm used to Procreate, which just kind of auto saves for you. You don't actually go and save in the menu like desktop. Right. Wait, where's the pen go? Oh, I didn't realize my phone turned off too. You couldn't see my board anymore. It still says it's running, but whatever. You could see the screen. I just had the phone in the corner down there showing my hands, but I think it ran most of the time. Not sure when it turned off, but it's all good. Alright, y'all. Let's see. Thing here. Okay. Alright. Well, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. And anyone who comes and watches it afterwards. It's been fun chatting with you, Shakula and Nadius and everybody. And happy holidays, everyone. You have a good Christmas and stuff. If you celebrate Christmas. Yeah, and I'll be back. Just fucked up these headphones. I'll be back Sunday, so the week after I want to do a lot of streaming and stuff. Just crank on the artwork, so I'll see you all then.